I'm Claire Williams. I'm the head teacher at Glan Usk Primary School in Newport and formerly the head teacher of St Illtyds Primary School in Blaenau Gwent. I've been part of the development of this resource since its inception and have been involved in pilots of the resource across 2 settings. In terms of how this resource has impacted upon the culture of our school, having developed it and used it across 2 different settings, I've seen firsthand the benefit of it in creating and building a culture of trust, honest reflection and open professional dialogue, whatever your starting point in your school's improvement journey. In our school, we've been able to build upon effective existing practice, but with nuanced changes to our approach. We still do many of the activities that we did before. Self-evaluation is a common sense process. When you want to find out what you're doing well and what progress you're making, and what you need to do to improve, you need to look somewhere for those answers. So we still talk to learners with their books, we still conduct learning walks and look at documentation, etc. But self-evaluation is not a one-off or a termly event in the school calendar, and it's not a product or an entity in and of itself. We don't produce lengthy reports, and we don't look at or provide answers to every prompt in the resource or create templates based on the structure of the resource. But what we do well is a focus on improving, not proving. Self-evaluation is very much a process in our school. It's one of continuous reflection and it's forward-looking. It's not about us saying and proving what we've already done well. It's for us and not for an external audience. It's about a continuous focus on the decisions that we still need to make and the next steps that we still need to take in order to improve. Sometimes the resource has helped us to recognise where we've gone too far down a track or the wrong way, and where we've perhaps needed to change the direction of travel. It's helped us to be honest and brave about those things, which has been particularly pertinent in these times of educational reform as we navigate our way through the changes to curriculum assessment and ALN. We've used the prompts to secure improvements and guide our process of self-evaluation. There are 4 key themes as part of the resource: leadership, learning and teaching, curriculum, wellbeing, equity and inclusion. And having undergone a review of our why and our school vision, mission and aims, we wanted to explore the impact and the effect that this was having in our setting. So we used the resource to support us to do that and to examine how well we were doing, how we knew this, and how we could continue to improve. We created a playlist for the leadership section of this resource using the prompt, how well does the school's vision influence its work? And this playlist, available on Hub, outlines the support for schools in exploring how a school can establish a clear vision for learning, teaching and the curriculum that in turn secures the best possible progress and wellbeing for learners. So as part of this process, we examined the school's vision around wellbeing and how it linked inextricably with assessment. We made clear and explicit links to our school vision and our wellbeing and assessment practices. Our 3rd visionary principle is we nurture our community, and in order to do this for our learning and learners, we refined the existing learner progress meetings which took place termly. There was far less of a focus of discussion on numerical data, although we recognise that this still really had a place. This resource has helped us to make this an integral facet of our approaches to self-evaluation. Given the changes to our curriculum and assessment arrangements, the format of our learner progress reviews have been continually revised and refined. As reflective practitioners, we evaluate the process each time it's undertaken. Each iteration is refined and takes us closer to our vision of how this process and the resulting learner capture can support staff and learners to better understand progression in learning. This resource is so much more than a product or repository of resources. The resource itself is part of a process which schools can use to assist them in embracing a culture of ongoing reflection and refinement, and it's helped us to define our next steps.